Hey everybody, it is your girl here, Genuinely Divine, coming at you today with a video all about the Cusp sign. I know you saw the title, Leo-Virgo, the cusp of exposure. Yes, if you were born between August 19th through the 25th, now the dates do vary, you guys. From year to year, so you would definitely have to have your chart pulled so you can know exactly if you guys are actually on the cusp, okay? But the standard dates are August 19th through the 25th. So if you're born around that time, chances are you were born on the cusp, okay? So yeah, what happens, you guys, when Leo meets Virgo, the 5th and 6th sign coming together to create one personality. When the Sun and Mercury combined in one zodiac sign. Now, as many of you guys know, those of you who follow me or watch my videos or know anything about me, I started the Cusp series on my channel because of the simple fact I am born on a cusp. And I am definitely a cuspy. I am an Aries sun with a Pisces rising. I was born March 21st, the very first day of Aries. My sun conjuncts my ascendant. Therefore, my Aries and Pisces takes place at the same time. So I definitely have the personality traits of both zodiac signs. So it was really important to me to create a series that meant something to me on my channel, and this is the very last video, and I thank you guys so much for the support of this series on my channel. So thank you guys so much. It is like the most watched playlist on my channel, I believe, next to the love compatibility. However, whichever, it means the world to me because it was the most important series to me. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm super excited. I can hardly contain myself. Well, okay, as you guys know, the Leo is ruled by Sun. Leo rules the 5th house. The 5th house is the house of creativity, the house of dating, the house of fun. It is the fun house. Anywhere the sun is, the sun lights up the sky, so it lights up the world. So Leos tend to be the one that when they step into a room, they light up the whole entire place, and they can't help but to be noticed. Who can deny the sunshine? No one. I mean, really, come on. Then you have Virgo ruling the 6th house, ruled by Mercury. Virgos are the 6th house is the house of service, you know, unto others. It's the house of health, you know. So Virgos tend to be what? Extremely detailed oriented. How are you going to service people without paying attention to detail? So these people usually are extremely careful. They tend to be a perfectionist in whatever it is that they're trying to do. They are an earth sign, so earth is all about stability. So these people are always trying to find a way to stabilize their lives as well as others. So sometimes they will come off like the type to be OCD when it comes to always cleaning or wanting to beautify every single thing around them. You have Leo that is ruled by the sun. So of course, you know, the sun, Leo is a fire sign, of course. So you have fire and earth combined in one personality. When I think about Virgos, earth is all about, Virgos just make everything fit how it's supposed to be. You know, it gives it that extra, you know, whatever it needs, you know. Leo's fire to me is more like, you know, like that beautiful chandelier when you walk into a cathedral like building or any place you walk into, when you flicker on the light switch and it's beautiful. That's Leo's fire to me. It's like wherever they go, whatever room they enter into, they light it up like the sun. And so these people, Leos, are passionate. They rule the heart. Virgos are very hardworking. So combined, these people, they never ever stop striving for their goals. It's like they are zoomed in on success, you know. Now, Leo-Virgo cuspies, they tend to sometimes have conflicting energy, of course, because you have fire and you have earth. Fire loves to be free. It does not like to be contained or controlled at any time or in any way. And then you have this earth side, Virgo. Virgo is all about stability. It's all about containment and taking care of things and holding on to things that they value. Now, sometimes when an evolved Leo Virgo has reached a point where they can be very successful with these two energies. But then those who are learning, like younger Leo Virgos, they tend to not know how to balance out the energies, and they become sometimes conflicted, confused, and not always being the best in relationships, work relationships, romantic relationships. They can have a lot of problems because this cuspy goes between being an introvert to being an extrovert, because Leo's side is fire. They want to get out, they want to roam, they want to be free, they want to meet, they want to greet. Then you have, you know, Virgo's side that's kind of like a little bit more reserved. They usually tend to be more about the people that they really love. You know, Virgo is all about their family, you know, because it's an earth sign, it's about stability. So these Leo Virgos have a lot of problems sometimes, you know, maintaining that stability and at the same time being able to be free. So sometimes they don't always know exactly what they want in a relationship. They do know, but they don't know how to make it work. So just a little advice for you guys is Leo Virgos, you cuspies, when you guys feel like you just want to roam and just whatever, you need to be with someone that shares the same ideas that you share to a certain extent and have some similar energy to you. You know, you need to be with another cuspy, you know. And another cuspy for this sign for me would be the Saggy Caps. To me, I think they will make really good partners. So yeah, a Saggy Cap would be someone that will be able to share that exploitation side, that Leo exploitation side, where you just want to roam and be free. Sagittarius love to be free and explore and do new things also. But then Capricorn is all about balance and stability, and then Virgo is similar to that. So these can definitely work in your favor. If you, and in another cuspy compatibility would be a Scorpio Sag will also be a good compatibility also. When it comes to friendships for Leo Virgos, their friends always know that they can definitely count on their Leo Virgo friends to give them the best advice, to always, because Leo Virgos have the skills to solve problems. They are like communicators thanks to Mercury. Mercury is the communicators of all of the planets, you know, is the messenger gods, of course. You know, Mercury rules Gemini as well, and Gemini rules the third house, the house of communication. So yes, these people are really good communicators. They're good at talking their way through anything. With Virgos being so analytical, anything that their friends tell them, they can make good counselors also, because anything that their friends tell them, they're able to dissect that information down to the smallest piece and be able to, you know, build it back up and let their friends know what exactly is going on with them. And that's how they are in business and also in their relationships. So sometimes it can be really difficult for the person that's in a relationship with a Leo Virgo. Another thing about this cuspy is they tend to criticize people if they are not perfect, if they're not able to do things the way that they want them to be. You see, Leo Virgos look for people to do things in the perfect order. They want things to be perfect. they can also be OCD to a certain extent, because Virgos tend to be that way. And it's like, other people are not like that. And I feel like Virgos are not always accepting of people who are not perfect. And so that makes it difficult in friendships again, and relationships for this cuspy, because they look for perfection. Until they learn that this is an imperfect world and we are all imperfect people, they're gonna have a difficult time, you know, sustaining a successful relationship. Now, one thing about Leo Virgos is that they tend to hold a lot of things inside of themselves. They can be downright secret, you know, about their lives, and they're not big on opening up to others. Kind of like a Scorpio energy a little bit, but not quite the same. You know, like how Scorpios are more mysterious. They don't like to share a lot about themselves with others because they are afraid to be betrayed. Leo Virgos don't like to share a lot about themselves because they don't want to flaw their image. You know, they don't want to taint their image to others, because they have an image to uphold. They're the type of people, they're gonna dress really nice, their makeup is gonna always be on fleek, because again, they pay attention to details. Their clothes are gonna be nice and neat. You know, whatever their style is gonna be to their perfection. You know, that when they step out, they want to look their very, very best, you know. And so, you know, that's just something that these people, that's just how they are, you know. That's just their nature, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you do have to realize that everybody is not the same as you. We were all born with different energies, and you have to learn to be able to, you know, accept people for who they are and how they are. And I think evolved Leo Virgos will definitely be able to do that. But those who are still growing is kind of difficult. And also, you know, other things that's in your chart will definitely help your, you know, give you a little bit more help of your personality traits, your Leo Virgo sun playing out for you guys. Okay, yeah. Sometimes Leo Virgos can be overly rational, and they can also react to situations in a negative way. You know, they can find themselves always seeing the dark side of a situation rather than seeing the positives, you know, the light side of a situation. Sometimes these people can have downright evil thoughts in their minds if things don't play out the way they want them to, if people don't agree with them how they want them to. You know, it can be some very negative energy that this cuspy can sometimes hold within themselves. But if these cuspies would learn to allow Leo's outbursts to work well with Virgo's perfectionist and thoughtfulness, this can definitely play in their favor. They can be really successful. In all actuality, this cuspy is usually pretty successful in life, but sometimes it comes for a lot of Leo Virgos later on in their lives, when they have when they have evolved into a mature adult and they've learned from experiences, things of that nature. Well, because in romantic love and relationships, holding on, you know, a lot of people are not going to, you know, be in a relationship where they feel like they have to walk on eggshells, or they feel like they have to always have their hair perfect, or their clothing always have to be perfect. The house has to be perfectly neat, have to perfectly put away everything and perfectly do everything, you know, or always have to be ready for the spotlight. A lot of people are not equipped for that type of, you know, fame or that type of responsibility. So in the romantic department, they can sometimes, even when it comes to love making, they will want them to be this way. You know, no, you have to do it this way. You need to kiss this way. No, you need to use this toothbrush. No, you can't do this. You know, and it becomes a little bit overwhelming for the person that's in a relationship with the Leo Virgos. And sometimes, you know, you can run people away from you. So yeah, you know, if you're not doing that, great. But for those of you who are having that issue and you just can't understand why you're not able to hold on to a relationship, then you need to keep in mind that maybe it's because you require a lot, and you know, it's not reality. You know, the reality of the situation is we are imperfect people in an imperfect world, and no one's perfect, not even you, even though you think you are, but you're not. Okay, Virgos they're extremely outgoing, and they can be extremely social. Again, they are introverts and extroverts, so they can be the type, like in a moment they're just very talkative, they're very caring, they're just, you know, a social butterfly. But then there will be other times when the earth side takes over. They just kind of like want to be in their own world. They want to be in their stable environment where they're not being bothered with anyone else, you know, just being around the ones that they love. Virgos, to me, like the Virgo side tends to be the one that's they only talk about, if they do socialize, they only want to talk about what makes them look good. And if they have a perfect marriage, if they feel like their marriage is perfect and beautiful, then they will talk about their marriage all the time. You know, if they feel like they have the perfect home and it's beautiful, then they will talk about their home all the time, the new furniture, the look of it. If they feel like they have perfect children, they will talk about their children, and that's basically what they will focus on. You know, and then Leo, and then they will be very passionate about it, because the Leo side is all about passion. It's all about admiration. You know, they want to be adored by everyone, so they will be passionate about it, and they're gonna want you to really be excited about what they're telling you. Even though Leo Virgos, most people are not going to care about what you're talking about when it comes to your family or your house and things of that nature. It means something to you, but to most people, they don't really care, you know. But in all actuality, I think this is a really good cusp. I think that the people born on this cusp, the men are extremely good looking, the women are so beautiful, and they take such good care of themselves. Even if they're not the most aesthetically pleasing features, they are beautiful in the way that they groom themselves, in the way that they take care of themselves, and just their whole entire nature, their confidence and things of that nature. So this is a really awesome cusp. I'm gonna definitely have to do a continuation on this cuspy because there's so much about it. But in the meantime, my camera is gonna run out of minutes. You know, so I don't want it to just shut off on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. But overall, you guys are amazing. You guys definitely are the cusp of exposure. You know, you can easily be exposed. You feel like you can easily be exposed of what you really are and who you really are and what you really have by showing vulnerability, you know, by being vulnerable. You feel like you can, you know, people will know who you are. People are able to see what you fear and what you lack, you know. So you are so afraid of being exposed as not being amazing and not being perfect. But again, Leo Virgos, no one's perfect, you know, and no one ever will be. And learn how to combine these energies in the most positive way and be the exposure of sunlight. So expose yourself to those who love you, those who are around you, and let them know that you're human also. You're not perfect. You have flaws. You have, you know, heartaches. You have ups and downs, just like anybody else, you know. So, and they will accept you just the same. Trust me. No one can ever deny the energy of a Leo Virgo, okay? So don't think that if you open up and show that you have a sensitive side, that people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I thought she was this or he was that or whatever. No, they are still gonna love you the same, because that is the energy that you carry. Your energy is regal, and it will always be that way. Until the next time, you guys, I wish you so much love, peace, and many wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blessings. Bye.